This gentleman, he was living alone. He was being terrorised by this bully, this yeti, this abominable snowman, like a cat up against a tree, marking his territory. One night, things got ugly. He got cheeky. The intruder broke into the back of this gentleman's premises, but this house owner had a shotgun. He blasted the intruder to kingdom come, and yet he was thrown in jail for not whimpering, for not lying on the ground and begging for his life like a human snail. Yeah, I think there's something really, really wrong about that, you know. Everyone should be entitled to protect themselves in their own house. Every man, woman and child should be entitled to sleep at night in bed peacefully. If someone breaks into your house to murder you, you should be entitled to stick a knife in their eye and say, listen, if one of us is gonna die, it's not gonna be me. Everyone should be entitled to protect themselves in their own house. Every man, woman and child should be entitled to sleep at night in bed peacefully. If someone breaks into your house to murder you, you should be entitled to stick a knife in their eye and say, listen, if one of us is gonna die, it's not gonna be me. Yeah, it's a place called RD. A man and his wife were sleeping peacefully. He woke up, he said, listen, I'm sure there's someone trying to break in the front door. So out you jump out the back window. If she did so, when she hit the ground, she saw 3 men with stockings over their heads. Luckily, they did not turn around. She ran across the fields. But her husband wasn't so lucky. They broke his leg in 6 places, yeah. And when the law came round, you know, the law said, listen, that's unreal. But you know, there's nothing we can do. We have to warn you now, if you take matters into your own hands, we'll have to arrest you. Everyone should be entitled to protect themselves in their own house. Every man, woman and child should be entitled to sleep at night in bed peacefully. If someone breaks into your house to murder you, you should be entitled to stick a knife in their eye and say, listen, if one of us is gonna die, it's not gonna be me. Everyone should be entitled to protect themselves in their own house. Every man, woman and child should be entitled to sleep at night in bed peacefully. If someone tried to break into your house to murder you, you should be entitled to stick a knife in their eye and say, listen, if one of us is gonna die, it's not gonna be me. Yeah, let me ask you this. If someone breaks into your house, what are you gonna say? Go ahead, take the money, the jewels, it's okay. And by the way, when you're finished there, go on upstairs. My wife and children, they're lying asleep. Go on, help yourself. I don't care. I don't think so. If someone broke into my house, I'd like to hopefully think that I'd hopefully subdue them. And then hopefully, I'd like to think I'd have my foot on the small of their neck. And hopefully, I'd say something like, how many poor unfortunates have you done this to already? And maybe I'd squeeze their neck with my foot, you know, a little bit. And maybe they'd say, ah! And then hearing that, maybe I'd squeeze the neck again with my foot. And they might say again, ah! And then maybe I'd say, don't say ah, say B. And if they say ah again, I might say ah once more and I'd stick this in the back of your head. Say B, ah, say B, say B, ah, say B, B, say B, B, say B, B. Let's say biz, I'm having a given fly. Everyone should be entitled to protect themselves in their own house. Every man, woman and child should be entitled to sleep at night in bed peacefully. If someone breaks into your house to murder you, you should be entitled to stick a knife in their eye and say, listen, if one of us is gonna die, it's not gonna be me.